Hey everybody, welcome back to the Race 5 Smokehouse and Grill, and this may be the greatest way to smoke a ham ever. Smoked and shredded ham on the Weber Kettle. Let's go! So I've only recently learned about shredding ham, and then I did a video on shredded hot ham and cheddar sandwiches. If you want to check it out up here somewhere. That changed my world on ham. I like ham, it's okay, it's not my favorite meat, but when you make it like this, it's gonna blow your mind and you're going to love it. Game changer. I went to the store, picked up this already cooked ham. It's about a 5-pound ham, not spiral sliced, so it's all still in one piece. What we're gonna do is season this, smoke it on the Weber. Let's show you the steps on how to get there though. So this is all intact. What we're gonna do is just give it some scores, because this is gonna open up a little bit. We wanna get some of that flavor further in here, even though this has already been cooked. I'm just gonna give it some scores around here. Now by scoring this, what's going to happen is as it's cooking, it's going to open up some and going to allow some more of that smoke flavor in, and when we glaze it later, we're going to get that glaze into those nooks and crannies in here as well. So that's it. We really don't have to trim this up. It's already cooked. It's already been trimmed. There are times where there's a big hunk of skin on here. I would take the skin off if there is any skin. This particular ham does not have any skin on it. So we're all ready to go. Now this being processed already and cooked is a dry surface, so we're gonna need to use a binder for this to make sure that rub stays on here. All I'm gonna do is hit it with a quick spray of olive oil. Again, just to get that surface a bit wet. And we're gonna hit this side as well. Now it's time to season this up, and we are using Chicken Fried Barbecue's Texas Sweet Grind Competition Barbecue Rub. Haven't cooked with this one before, but I have used their regular Texas Rib Grind, and it is off the charts good, so I'm really excited to try this out as well. Now, just hit this all over like you'd season anything else. Ham is seasoned up, looking beautiful. We're gonna let this go ahead, let that rub set up, get a little tacky. In the meantime, we're gonna head over to the Weber Kettle, fire it up, show you how we're setting it up today. Let's get over to that Weber. Today we're using the Slow and Sear. We have Jealous Devil charcoal lined up in here, and I have a couple of these Weber wax cubes in here as well. Gonna go ahead, get those lit up, get this fire started. And then we're gonna throw on a few chunks of pecan wood on top here to really add to that smoky barbecue flavor. Now as this is going, we're gonna let those wax cubes melt away, and we're gonna let those charcoals start to ash over. And once we get a nice little fire going, we're gonna get that grate back on, and we're gonna get the ham on the grill. We'll be back when it's time to put it on the grill. Wax cubes have burnt off and melted down. We got a nice ash going over these coals. We got the grate back on. Time to get this ham on. We're gonna try to run this between 250 and 275. This is pre-cooked, and normally we would get this up to maybe 150, 160 and then slice it. But we're taking it all the way up to about 205, 210 even. That way we can shred it. So let's go get this on the grill and start the cooking. Looking gorgeous already. Just gonna set it right in the middle. We're gonna come check on it in an hour, 2 hours maybe. Give it a rotate if we need to. Check on the wood, close her back up, let her go. I am running this about halfway open, bottom vent fully open, keeping my thermometer in here just to see what the temp is right around that piece of meat. That's it, it's simple. We get this piece of meat, we unpackage it, season and throw it on the grill. No trimming, no waiting, no injecting, no brining, it's easy. And in the end, your mind's gonna be blown at how good this actually is. Be back in a few. At this point of the video, I did not hook up my audio, so I'm just gonna do a quick voiceover here. We're about 2 hours in. The temp rose up to about 305, which is okay because we're still getting some good smoke coming through that Weber Kettle. I did shut the vent to try to bring that temp down some. And so we're gonna check to make sure it was time to glaze here. And this ham was looking great, so we did. And for the glaze today, we're using Big Wick's Parker County Peach Pepper Jelly Glaze. Stuff is amazing. We use it on so much stuff around here. Can't recommend it enough. Get your hands on some Big Wick's pepper jelly. Let's go glaze this up. About 4 hours in, I did do one quick rotate on this over the last couple hours. Now it's time to go back, check on that glaze, see how it's looking, and get it wrapped up. So let's go take a look. Now you can see this thing is looking great. Tons of juices building up in here. That pepper jelly glaze is tacking up beautifully. Everything's looking great. Great color, great tackiness. Now it's time to get this into a pan and wrapped up, because I'm happy with the way it looks. Now it's about time to finish this cook and speed it up along here. Take about a half a cup of orange juice or whatever juice you have. Just get it in there. We're just doing this to add some more moisture. So as it gets up to temperature, it's gonna break down easier, and then it's gonna be really easy to shred once we get to that point. Then just top it with some aluminum foil. Get that probe back in there to keep telling the temp of the meat. Close her down. All right, now the only thing we have to do is wait, make sure we keep those coals going. And this is gonna finish up when the internal temperature of that ham is about 203, 205, 210, somewhere in that range, just to make sure it's fall apart tender. So we'll be back in a little bit, show you what that looks like. On the probe that we have inside the ham right now, it's reading 203. So I'm gonna go probe around with my instant read thermometer, see how tender it is, and if it's probing like a hot knife through warm butter, we're gonna pull it off and let it rest until it's time to pull. So let's go check this meat. That's looking great. Just falling through. You could tell that this is done because of how easy, almost without any resistance, all the way through. And we're looking at that 205, 202. Keep hitting the bone because that bone goes through. 208, right on that bone. Give this a quick wrap back up. We're gonna go put this in the cooler, let it rest a little while. So this ham took just over 6 hours to cook. We've let it rest for about 1:45. Now it is time to open it up, shred it, and taste it. Can't wait anymore, let's do this. You can smell that great barbecue ham right off the bat here. Go ahead and pull this bone right out, just like with pork butt. Comes out nice and clean. Even the bone's falling apart. Oh, look at that. And he just shredded apart. Man, it smells good. Get all the bone and any cartilage in there out, and just give it that good old squeeze and shred here. And remember, you have all this extra juice in here if you wanna throw a bit more on top of here, because ham is naturally a drier meat, but this is so tender and juicy. What's crazy is how much it looks just like regular pulled pork butt, but then when you go to taste it, which we're gonna do right now, tastes like smoked sweet ham. I honestly think this is the only way to ever do ham from now on. Again, I'm not a big ham guy, but this makes me want to eat ham all the time. Smoked and shredded ham is the way to go. This was done on the Weber kettle. If you haven't tried pulled ham before, you got to give it a try. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Hit that like, share, subscribe. Check me out on social media, and we will be talking to you all soon. Take care, everybody. Peace.